So this is 48 hours in Taipei. I was kind of inspired by the free soloing of this building, Taipei 101. Not that reviewing tech is in any way as exciting, adventurous, or dangerous as climbing a building without a harness, but it's my own way of doing it, reviewing some new tech. So the first one is this guy right here, the new ASUS ProArt GoPro Edition laptop. And once again, GoPro kind of goes along those same things, just being adventurous, trying out new stuff, which I get to do right here. I'm also here with Google doing a photography tour / we'll have a meeting later in the day in Taipei 101 at their Google office to see an unreleased device. We're gonna head to our first meeting point as the sun's kind of coming up, Jiaofeng, which is in the mountains. So let's start 48 hours right now. You have to get this on video.
Yeah.
The fabulous
Leo Wang.
And
you might be wondering what that QR code is for. It's not for, no, we're gonna give you up, we're gonna let you down. It's great to meet you, man.
Take care, man.
Yep.
Enjoy. Bye. Super nice kid. It's like crazy who you like run into around the world. And I've got his QR code now. I'm gonna show you guys one thing though before we actually start. It's this point here. It's like where he started the climb. So it's funny, they've even like roped off the area here because I think so many people are trying to do like the little climb there. You see how it's like bent a little bit. So people are just trying to hang. Obviously, you're probably not supposed to. That's why it's roped off, but there it is. You can see that bend right there, which is hilarious. Imagine climbing this thing. There's no way. Walking up a million stairs, at least I'm not this dude. Needs like an elevator. At least he's going down. Whew. That's out of shape, Karl. A couple hundred steps later, we've made it to MA Tea House, which I've been to before. It's got a great view over the ocean there, over top of this mountain range. So we're doing a quick little tea break, rest stop, and then we're doing a photography tour as well as a little food tasting tour around this area. And the initial town of Jiaofeng actually became famous because it was a mining town. You get a ton of gold, get super rich, and all throughout this area there's all the old mines, which now they've stopped, but there's a little memento to that. Wonder if this came from there. Funny, I almost forget how good Google's computational photography is. Like really good dynamic range. Like even when, say it's like super shaded now to really bright spots, handles it really well. Low light, it looks good. And it just doesn't look good on the phone. It looks good when you bring it into post, into other things. It's just sometimes unfair how good the photo is. And I feel like so many people forget the computational side, how good like the processing or the image processing goes on in the back end. Always nice to go back. So a staple in Taiwanese street food is stinky tofu, which if you haven't had before, it has this really pungent smell, clearly just fogging up the lens. I'm gonna skip it this time because it doesn't taste that good, to be honest. I know there's people that love it.
It tasted better than it smelled. It smelled god-awful.
Very true, that's why I didn't do it this time.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's do that Gemini demo.
It's a super unique dessert where they shave peanut roll onto it.
Peanut ice cream roll. So from the food tour, by far the best. Also because it's hot and this is nice and cold. Moral of the story, don't get sticky tofu. Stinky? Sticky? Stinky. Get the peanut ice cream roll. So I think now we're doing an official tea tasting. Go. First pour.
What's the name of this?
Surprisingly, like, more flavor than I would think. I shit on AI and Gemini a lot for just being, not practical, not usable, but I feel like when you travel, like, this is the time to use it. When you don't know what you're looking at, when you're trying a new food, you can literally ask it, what is this? and it's able to kind of discern that and tell you what you're eating. Obviously, the go-to one for AI is to create, what should I do in this city? What are the top spots to hit? Say I only have, 48 hours in Taipei. What can I do? What are the popular spots? That obviously makes sense, but actually using it here, like in person, it works. It's like legit useful. Oh, there's a little cat. One sec, I gotta show you guys this. Little tail. Oh, and it has a little stub of a tail. Obviously, you start to use it more. Say, for example, you're coming from an iPhone. It's something that, you don't typically use. Like Apple's AI is just probably the worst of the bunch. I think this is like the first time I can say AI actually works and you can use it and it's not just a gimmick, especially when you travel, right? Oh, he's going away. Okay. Bye, little Jiaofun cat. And I think that is the end of the food tour. So I'm going to throw some of the stuff that I shot onto my laptop and edit here. And when I kind of think about what GoPro means and the ability to edit from anywhere, the fact that, I've edited in an airport, an airplane, on the top of a mountain, in my hotel room, that's what being a creator is all about. The fact that you're able to just do stuff on the go, which is really cool. So when you kind of take a look at the design of this, it's got that GoPro obviously inspired look. You've got the little GoPro badging in the top corner. You've got those lines, which kind of GoPro is known for, and obviously the ProArt logo on the side. You've got your own dedicated power port. I honestly just am using USB-C to charge personally, HDMI 2.1 as well as a headphone jack. And then on the other side, obviously, like I said, for creators, it makes sense for a GoPro port to have the micro SD card slot. I wish full-size SD, but maybe that's just on my own personal wish list. And the hinge mechanism, once again, really good for a creator laptop. Fully opens up so you can look at all the content that you watch. Fully rotatable, and now heading to Taipei 101. Obviously, we get stuck on me. Good? All right, thank you. You're wondering what floor Google's on. So this was the floor during the free solo where he was like, oh, the Google floor is bumping. That's where this is. Can you imagine climbing that? There is no way you could climb this. It's on this slanted angle.
I have faith in you, Karl. I think you can.
Oh yeah, you think so?
If anyone among us could do it, Karl, my money would be on you. Thanks.
I appreciate that. That's sweet. So this is the highest Google office in the world. That's kind of cool. And a cool little Easter egg of the Google office, this light is actually the map or the shape of the island. And obviously got to get a little geotag saying that I've been to Google Taipei, or Google Taiwan, I should say. That is geotagged now on my map. That's pretty cool. Obviously, all the devices, and I think we're actually getting a sneak peek of something new, an exclusive. Here we go. And that's your first look right there at all 4 colors of the 10A. That's the classic mad rush, every tech thing to get a device. So here it is. Got my hands on the 10A, so it's all flat on the back. So, like I said, available in the 4 colors. This one is just in the white. And that's your world's first look at the 10A.
Thank you, Karl. Appreciate that.
Anytime. And that concludes Google Taipei office tour in Taipei 101. Okay, so was supposed to go to a night market for dinner. Instead, I am here at a gym. It is always the toughest thing to work out while you travel. I'm doing my best. Typically, I just rate gyms on social. You guys might have seen them. This is an easy 10. This is pretty much a commercial gym. It has everything that you need. I have seen some really shitty hotel gyms. This is the end of day 1. That is 24 hours. I will catch you guys tomorrow after a quick late night workout. So good morning. Day 2 in Taipei. Decided to watch sunrise here in my hotel room. The 12-hour time difference is tough, so I decided to kind of hop on some emails just to catch up. I love this little day bed setup. I got to get one of these in my own spot. But before we kind of start, I know it's early. I'm going to go through some of the rest of the features of this, kind of what to expect. It's just been so good, while traveling. So I kind of mentioned the design. For creator workflows, it's really great. Obviously, all the pixels that we're pushing shooting, say for this video, for some of the stills that we shot, even the Google stuff, this thing kind of churns through without a problem. Even for like light gaming, not that I've had a lot of downtime, but in an airport lounge, I remember I installed Space Marine 2. It can run on decent settings, but even games that don't require as much performance, like any FPS games out there, you can still get by, playing this. You don't need to carry around a separate gaming laptop, as an example. That would just be silly. It has this ASUS dial pad. This little wheel actually works with a lot of creative apps, so if you are someone that likes to just kind of scroll through, it's great if you're scrubbing through content. Works with things like Photoshop, After Effects. You can kind of like set it to however you want. But one of the best parts of this is probably the display. So in all areas that I was working, even just tons of natural light coming in through this window. This display is really great. Great viewing angles. It's a 13.3 inch 16 by 10 3K HDR Lumina OLED display, and it gets all the benefits of OLED. So even if you are just like not doing work, I was just maybe watching a bit of content myself. I wasn't doing all work, not all emails in the morning, just, something as simple as like a YouTube video. Stuff looks good on this display, but it is time, oh my goodness, to head out already. We are gonna start day 2. I will kind of haul this around with me and kind of go over the rest of the stuff. I think we're checking out some like Google Labs stuff. We're apparently the first creators to get access to that. So that will be fun. Let's get going along day 2 ahead of us. And PS, you can see my little charging station here. I did juice this up last night. I've been really pushing it a lot and still lasted the entire day plus some more, but typically just at the end of the day, plug it in and you should be good to go. All right, we made it. So our first lab we're visiting is the Google Reliability Lab. This is where they do things like drop tests, water tests. So we'll show you guys maybe the first one right here. So this is a cool little test here where that ball can actually get picked up. And we've got the phone going in. And as an example, that's 10 centimeters. Say you're dropping like a remote, something heavy on your phone, that breaks, and then obviously you can increase the height all the way up. And phone looks to be in pretty good condition. This ball is around like 100 to 200 grams, similar weight to like a remote, something that you would just drop at home. All right, here they've got their IP water rating test, so you can see the phone getting doused in water, and obviously all the different ratings. So if it was like level 1 or 2, it would just be the slow drip, and obviously if it was higher, this door would be shut, so it would be way more water. So this one here is called the butt test. So you can see this little piece of silicone that kind of simulates your butt. If you're sitting on your phone, that would like crack the screen. So every like 10 seconds, your butt presses against there, and then it's embedded in some jeans to emulate what you're sitting on. So this one here is the good old drop test, everyone's favorite. So you can see the phone is just suctioned on, and still intact. And what's cool is you can actually like swap the surfaces there of the different like materials. You can see here they've got things like concrete, granite to switch everything out. And then when they want to get like really up close, you've got this like high-speed camera here to see the warping, where the phone will actually hit. And is the phone still in perfect condition and no cracks on the screen, which is cool. So next, this one is called the tumbler test. So imagine all this stuff is maybe like in your purse, your pocket, some like common things like keys that would scratch your phone, and that will just tumble for thousands and thousands of cycles to see the condition of what your phone looks like afterwards. And then lastly here for the folding devices, so this will just test the durability of the hinge. So this goes around like 200,000 times just to test. And you can kind of see here how durable those are. This is typically like 10 years worth of folding. So you never have to worry about your actual hinge failing on you. And last but not least, for the lab tours in one of the coolest rooms that I've been in. So this is one of their sound chambers here to test out, obviously, sound quality. So for this one, we have this cool little dummy here. You can see him right there, and that's emulating how the microphones are picking up sound. All of the sound is kind of coming through all of these speakers, so they can kind of emulate like car sounds, like say you are in like a theater, just all different sounds are coming through there. The dummy can essentially hold their phone, her phone, the dummy's phone, however they want. That can all be adjusted, and then they can test through the back end to see how that microphone quality works. And if you haven't had the chance to be in one of these rooms before, the sound like reverb is non-existent. Like all of these panels are absorbing sound. Like even on the floor, you can see those foam panels. It is surreal. Obviously, you guys can't hear it, but you'll have to take my word. This is really cool. Another long day back at the hotel. It's actually crazy to think that I've now been to like how many HQs like in Taiwan. So we just did Google's, obviously. Like I've been to ASUS's before, like last year for MWC. I feel like I'm collecting them like infinity stones, but it's cool to see the differences, you know, between all of them. There was a crazy stat that 92% of Android IC chips are made in Taiwan, TSMC. 75% of PCs and laptop companies are from Taiwan. So a really cool spot, cool country if you can visit, if you get the chance. Definitely should be on your bucket list. But that will kind of wrap up like the tech part of the day. And as I conclude with this, it's really, I wouldn't say like reignited my love, but these challenges are dope that I get to test out, you know, in 48 hours. How much can I check out? There's obviously a lot to see, a lot to test out. Some things that I forgot to mention about this, you know, this being a GoPro like laptop, you actually get a 12-month subscription to Premium Plus, which I think I mentioned. But you also get access to GoPro Cloud as well as StoryCube. It's like your one-stop AI media hub that you can manage all your files. And in case you did forget about it, they even have their own dedicated GoPro button to help launch everything to access all of that a lot quicker. One thing that I forgot to mention, I actually forgot, like so dumb of me, my headphones on this. The speakers on this laptop are surprisingly good. Once again, listening to like my self-playback a lot during the edit, or just listen to some music like in my room when I have some downtime. Overall, just a dope device. Devices like these have helped me turn what originally was, you know, my hobby into a job to create content on the go to share it with you guys, which is super cool. So we will wrap this up, have one more food tour surprise. It's classic Taiwanese. Just gotta check out this sunset here. Gonna step on this sledge. Hopefully no one yells at me. Hopefully this doesn't break. Over the ledge. If you can see that, hilarious. iPhone ad. Let's look away from that. Block that out. That sunset down there. Incredible. Yeah. Those dumplings.
No, it's not hot.
So
Just
at
take it all in.
Din Tai Fung, the famous dumpling spot, once again, another Taiwanese staple. So these are actually soup dumpling, float in your mouth. Once again, another spot to hit up. That's the end. Taiwan, 48 hours. Peace.